Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about solving a 2x2 system of linear equations, and we're going to do it using matrices. So if we start with this system, you've probably seen this before and used either substitution or elimination. So we're going to approach this in a different way. We're going to use matrices. So 2x2 matrix. So like on a couple videos back, we created an augmented matrix. You just write matrix like this. You write the answers right here. You write the x values here, the y values here. Okay. So we're thinking of this like an x column, y column, answer column, and then we call this row 1, and we call this row 2. Okay, so our goal is to get a matrix where at the end it's 1, 0, 0, 1, and then we'll have our first answer and our second answer, which our first answer would be the answer for x, and our second answer would be the answer for y. So we can use any of our row operations that we talked about in the previous video. Now, what I like to do, I like to get the one that has the bigger numbers on top, and then I want to try to make a 0 is my first goal. So I'm first going to switch the two rows. So I'm going to get 5, 4, 2, 3, 17, 4. So I just swapped row 1 and row 2. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the top row. Let's see, what should I do? Let's multiply the top row by 2 and the bottom row by -5. So I'm going to multiply this by 2 and this by -5. Now the reason why I'm doing this, so just go 10, 8, 34, and then multiply this by -5, so -10, -15, -20. Now if I just add rows together, I'm going to get a 0 in this first spot. Now when you add a row to another row, you only change the row you're adding to, and you only ever change one row at a time when we're doing an operation like this. So I'm going to add the top row to the bottom row. So what that does is it keeps my top row the same. And then if I do 10 plus -10, I get 0. If I do 8 plus -15, that's -7. If I do 34 plus -20, I get 14. Okay, now whenever you have a row and there's a 0 in it, it's easy to make a 1, because all you need to do is divide that row by whatever this number is, because something divided by itself will give us a 1. So we do that. So the top row is unchanged. 0 divided by -7 is still 0. -7 divided by -7 is 1. 14 divided by -7 is -2. Alright, now once we've made this 1, we're going to use it to make a 0 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually multiply it by -8, but I'm going to do that row operation where you can add or subtract a multiple of a row. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply the bottom, but I do it as like a little half step, but I'm going to multiply the bottom by -8. So 0, -8, +16, and then I'm going to add that to the top row. So 0 times 10, or 0 plus 10 is 10, this plus this is 0, this plus this is 50, And then the bottom row, we didn't actually multiply it, so we just keep it where it was. And then once again, when you have a 0 in the row, it's easy to make a 1. You divide by whatever that other number is. Divide everything by 10. Get 1, 0, 5, 0, 1, negative 2. And that is it. Remember, this is the x column. This is the y. You go down till you hit a 1. So that means x is equal to 5. Y, go down till you hit a 1. Y is equal to negative 2. Okay. If you need additional help, please come to MathLab. Until then, calculator.